Hello, welcome to Afterlife Connections Therapy. I'm Dr. Jeffrey Smith. I want to talk about truth and being able to connect with people that you trust, that are no longer limited by the physical mind and the perceptions that we have as we are in this human form. So I invite you to make an appointment with me right here on the webpage, and let's figure out what your truth is so that you can walk the path that you're on, knowing you're on exactly step by step the right path at the right time for the right reasons. And if you're not, that'll come true to you, that'll become known to you. I have found in 25 years of doing therapy, as Jack Nicholson said in the movie Code Red, "You can't handle the truth." And we all laugh about that. Truth is truth. Things like gravity. We have words that describe things that don't exist, like up. If everybody pointed up on the planet all at the same time, we'd all be pointing in a slightly different direction. But we call that up. We have other things like the word cold. Cold doesn't really exist. There's heat, and physicists and scientists tell us there's the absence of heat. The word cold is simply our experience. At some point when something gets to a place where there's no heat or significantly less heat, we call that cold. Same thing with the word dark. There's light and there's the absence of light. But through our own limitations with our eyesight, unlike a cat, for example, a cat can see with less light than humans. And a human would say, it's dark. And a cat would say, if a cat could say, it's not. Nevertheless, our mind has limitations, and I just gave you some examples of those. So with Afterlife Connections Therapy, we have the opportunity to connect with loved ones that were here on the planet, whether we knew them or not, your direct ancestors or even indirect ancestors, that you can go back multiple generations and you can see how you interacted with them in past lives, so that you can know what are the life lessons you're working on right now today. How are those being manifested in your life? How are you showing up? And how are the people showing up around you that are working with you and you're working with them? Are you playing an A role, a B role, a C role in life? Are you a main character? Are you an extra? And perhaps those work in seasons as well. Sometimes we are the main character in this play, in this act, at this time. And other times we're not. We're just simply volunteering to show up for people so that they can have the screenplay and the background that works for them to go through the issues that they're working on. All of us have in common this goal to self-love, to self-actualize, to know that despite what's going on in our world, like things that I really don't want to be dealing with right now, I am. And I can do that with grace and dignity and humility and go right through it. Or I can be stubborn and tell myself things like this should have never happened, or beat myself up for why was I racing and what was all that about to begin with. But nevertheless, there are key things that happen in life, and being able to stop and pause for a moment through creating an interaction with a life coach. That is what I consider myself to be. Not that I've got it all figured out, but really I'm just creating space for people that allows them to go into a mild trance through bilateral stimulation. We're creating a coherence at a spiritual level that allows people to have an awakening or deeper their understanding of our place in the universe at this time on this planet. So I invite you to work with me and write down some questions and come prepared to have this, what I know will be a life-changing, momentum-gaining, course-altering experience. So thank you for checking this out. Give me a call and let's get going.